Jimmy Butler is overrated. I'm sorry at this point.
Wow. Y'all worried about me. Y'all were worried about me.
Let's get negative. Let's get it.
I mean, I didn't feel negative like 5 seconds ago. Once you said Jimmy Butler, I can't put Jimmy Butler. I can't put Jimmy Butler in the top 20 anymore. He's just not that good of an offensive player, or not that caliber of an offensive player for me to necessarily put him in these type of convos. So yeah, no, Jimmy Butler I think is extremely overrated.
I think Maddie just gets on here just to say some of the craziest takes and
How is that
if
crazy?
somebody gets pissed off.
How's that crazy?
Saying Jimmy Butler's not a top 20 player is crazy. That's
Who do you have
blasphemous.
over Jimmy Butler? I just want
I can tell you the 3 guys I have ahead of him is Kyrie, Damian Lillard, and Wembanyama.
I'm not giving you Wemby. Not right now.
I'm not giving you Dame either.
I'll give you Wemby, but after what you saw from Dame this year, you really want to go there?
All right, based off of a 2-year sample size, yes. Just because I think like,
Hold on.
Even going off, wait a minute, because even going off of a 2-year sample size, one person was able to make the playoffs, the other one wasn't. One person was able to make it to the finals, the other one wasn't. One person was able to. One person was able to outplay not 1, not 2, but 3 top 15 caliber players, and the other one was sitting at home the entire time.
Who was Jimmy Butler outplaying?
Giannis, Jalen Brunson, and then Jason Tatum.
He missed games in the Knicks series. He was not.
Jalen Brunson was not hurt. Jalen Brunson was not hurt.
No, Brunson wasn't hurt. Jimmy Butler was hurt. He missed like what, 2 games in that series?
He missed 2 games. What about the other 4? He outplayed him.
I don't think he did. I think Brunson was better in that.
Just off the defense alone that he was provided, he outplayed him. What are we talking about there?
No, it's not about the defense. It's about the offense too, because the offense. It wasn't there like it was in that Milwaukee series.
Nigga, okay, fine. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. He literally exposed that Jaylen Brown could not go left.
I could give you Jaylen Brown. I don't think he outplayed Jason Tatum in that series.
He definitely outplayed Jason Tatum. That's the main reason they went up 0-3.
By Caleb Martin. I'm not. But
no. Hold on, Caleb Martin was knocking down threes. Who was giving him the opportunities for him to have open shots?
To Kyle Lowry.
Oh my.
Okay. Yeah. We're chatting. And again, this proves.
Wait.
It doesn't matter. Jimmy.
Wait. What happened to game 1 through 3? Didn't Jimmy Butler outplay Caleb Martin in all of those games?
No.
Even if he believes off of stats that Caleb Martin was knocking down the three.
It's not
Jimmy Butler was creating opportunity.
Jimmy Butler in that Celtics series, and regardless, like using the playoffs as your entire argument when Jimmy Butler was underwhelming,
even in the regular season,
Jimmy Butler was underwhelming after that Milwaukee series, right? While Damian Lillard was still always viewed as the better player. Nobody a year ago today had Jimmy Butler above Damian Lillard. Nobody.
That's not true. A year ago today, Jimmy Butler was arguably top 10. What are you talking
Damian
about?
Lillard was a top 10 lock.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was. He had his best season. Damian Lillard peaked.
And that still wasn't good enough because of how bad he was defensively.
How bad he was defensively. He had his best offensive season. One of his best.
You can have just because you're that is not the case for everybody.
Damian, okay, oh my God. So you're saying that Jimmy Butler, like for the past couple years, is like clear of Damian Lillard's
the last 2 seasons, because even yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because one, just because your offense is amazing, that cannot save you from two-way value for every single case. That can work for a player like Luka, who's giving you.
It's not Jimmy Butler's offense isn't
Jimmy
good
Butler's Jimmy
offensive player.
Hold on, Jimmy Butler that year was giving you 23, 5 and 5 on solid efficiency. I think he shot like 41% from 3, while also giving you elite level defense. Damian Lillard was not providing that, and even furthermore, even if you feel like Damian Lillard's offense is that amazing, it couldn't have been that impactful because Damian Lillard only played, how many games did he play, Kieran? If I'm correct, he played like 54 games that year.
58.
Yeah, he played 50. He played 58. He played 58. He played 58 games last year, and then this year he played 73, and he was a shell of himself. So even by your criteria, you can't possibly think Jimmy Butler.
Because he's regressed. His in between game isn't as good as it was a year ago.
And also, if we're doing 2022, Jimmy Butler.
Hey, OJ, Jimmy Butler, what you got?
So I just want to say real quick to chime in on what they were talking about. So I think Jimmy Butler is rated properly. If I were to pick one, I would say slightly overrated. But the one thing I want to say, this notion that Jimmy Butler has been better than Dame the past 2 seasons is absolutely ridiculous. And the last thing I'll say is that I don't know who said something about Jimmy Butler, elite level defense. Well, elite level defense from the perimeter is overrated in the NBA. But Marcus Smart, defensive player of the year, cool story. He gets chipped out. They win anyways, bro. Because there's so much switching in the NBA these days, bro. It's not even funny. So you could, like, the value of an elite lockdown perimeter defender is not what it used to be, bro. And so, I mean, yeah, Jimmy Butler, he is an elite defender, but just it's not as valuable. And so to me, offense is more valuable. And the gap between their offense is significant. So, but yeah, long story short, slightly overrated.
I think in 2023 Dame was better, but to say that like Jimmy Butler was arguably top 10 last year, now he's not even top 20, it's ridiculous.
It's the same thing for Dame.
He spoke about
Matt.
It's the same thing for Dame.
OJ. He spoke. OJ. He said. I just want to clarify real quick. OJ. He said after this time last year. So this time last year was after the finals run that Jimmy Butler went on. No, that Jimmy Butler was more in conversations with being in the top 10 than he was with the debate between Damian Lillard because of the defense he was providing. And furthermore, just to give you clarification, because of you had the switching being that important, that makes perimeter defense even that more valuable because you're able to switch on multiple people on the perimeter. So actually his defense is actually even more important.
Why are we acting like Jimmy Butler's only like on on-ball specialist?
I don't know. Actually, his value is truly on the off ball, but it's okay.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. Saying Kyrie Irving is over Jimmy Butler is crazy. Like,
not crazy.
Yeah, he said Kyrie and Wemby. Like
Kyrie is at his offensive peak. He's not. Like
he's going out. Hold on. And hold on, Brandon. I think I just caught him in his lie. How do you value off of 2 years and you put Wemby over Jimmy already?
Because
Move on.
We were just talking about elite defense. Wembanyama just had a better defensive season than Jimmy Butler ever
off of 1 year, but you're going off of 2 year sample size, correct? You're going off of 2 year sample size. But okay. So then wait till next year to put him over him. Okay, so wait until 2 years then. Wait until 2 years. If 2 years is what is your criteria, stick on it. Stand on it.
Yeah, I am staying on it, and I'm saying that Wembanyama after 1 year is already better than Jimmy Butler in the past 2.
Wait, Matt. I have a question.
That's not standing on it.
What changed so much from Jimmy Butler being top 10 to be outside the top 20?
Because his offensive game has significantly regressed.
How?
I'm about to explain how. His first step, it's not as explosive. He doesn't have the same type of verticality at the rim that he did a year ago, so he's not applying the same amount of rim pressure, which is why you saw his playmaking also decrease. Like last year, I was high on Jimmy Butler as a playmaker. Now I'm not so much anymore because he's not pressuring the rim as much as he should. I think some of the injuries that he did kind of slowed him down from that. So, but still, like even when he came back, you could just tell he doesn't want to go to the rim anymore as much as he did the year before. I'm not valuing Jimmy Butler.
Brandon. Karen, do you want me to be the stat guy or you want to be the stat guy? Who's going to be the stat guy?
Go ahead.
Okay. So he just said that compared to last year, Jimmy Butler is a lesser. He doesn't put pressure around the rim last year, right? Last year, he got to the rim 393 times. And he shot 70% at the rim. That is, if I'm correct, 4% higher than league average. All right. This year, get this. Guess how many times he got there? He got there at a whopping 420 times, converting it at, get this, a 73% rate. That is 6% higher than league average this past year. What do you know? His logic just went out the window. Did you see that? Brandon, did you see that? Did you see that in your window? Did you see that in your window?
For his playmaking.
Did you see that in your window?
No.
Did you see that in your window? That his logic just went out there. You want to go?
You didn't go check. You didn't even acknowledge what I just said. That's not what I didn't say that he declined as a finisher. I said
no. But you said he can't be able.
Playmaker.
Okay. You said exactly. You said as a playmaker. Okay, you said as a playmaker, but your logic was he wasn't able to playmake because he wasn't putting pressure on the rim. That can't.
He's not getting there with the same burst that he was before. You could read the stats all you want.
That's fine. You can say his first step is not. You can say his first step isn't as quick, but he's still able to get to the rim and still wager that.
Just because you're getting to the rim, it doesn't make you more effective if you're just getting there more.
It quite literally does. That quite literally does.
If you're getting to the
rim.
No.
And even furthermore, how are you criticizing Jimmy Butler for not going to the rim nearly as much? Well, Kyrie over the past 5 years hasn't been getting to the rim as much as he used to.
God damn.
Okay, well, Kyrie in the playoffs this year. Kyrie in the playoffs this year.
Hold on. And furthermore, how you criticizing? Furthermore, even going to your 2 years,
shows, bro.
Furthermore, you keep holding everybody to the standard of over the last 2 years. How are you getting on Jimmy Butler for what he did last year compared to 2 years ago? When Damian Lillard hasn't been getting to the rim at the same rate as he was over the last 3 years.
We just went from Dame to Kyrie to Wembanyama, and you're not even giving me a chance to respond to none of that. Right?
Please do. I'm waiting for you because your logic seems crazy. I'll let him.
Hold your thoughts on Wembanyama, okay? So because I can only acknowledge one thing at a time. All right, we all human. All right. So here's the thing. You mentioned Kyrie, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Kyrie, he in the playoffs this year, he was attacking the rim a lot. That is a fact. All right.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm actually very.
I'm not gonna lie.
This is what they call jabbing your chin. I'm just checking your chin real quick. I'm just checking real quick because you about to say something that's factually incorrect.
Here, hold up.
Please do.
Cook up, Maddie. Cook up. But before you get to that, Maddie, Coach, what you got? Overrated, underrated, or properly rated for Jimmy?
I got underrated for me, man. Not just him being able to do what he do in the playoffs outside of last year, just his impact on the team. I mean, look when he left Minnesota, that team turned into a dumpster fire for the last 2 years. So they drafted Anthony Edwards. He goes to Philly. And he leaves Philly, and all of a sudden, Kawhi Leonard is on. It took a Kawhi Leonard great shot just to knock Philadelphia up out of the playoffs. Then in the bubble, he straight dominates in the bubble and loses in the finals to a better Lakers team. I mean, he outplayed Joel Embiid in a series to get them to a final. He outplayed Giannis when they supposed to be the better team, and he was the reason why they won that Bucks series. Jimmy Butler was one of the reasons why they won that Bucks series, outplaying Giannis and cooking Drew Holiday. So it just is not his. It's just his impact on each team that he went to as well, and his ability to turn into a whole different player when he gets in the playoffs.
All right, go ahead, Maddie. Continue.
Yeah, Kyrie was taking 13 rim attempts per game in the playoffs last year, playing more games than everybody else. Okay, so we're gonna just end that right there.
Didn't you also say stats don't like?
No. Let him finish.
But y'all said that Kyrie was not going to the rim. Like y'all were not saying anything.
I never said that. I think I'm playing college football.
No, not you.
You playing devil's advocate.
Not you. No, y'all were saying that Kyrie just straight up wasn't going to the rim.
No one said he wasn't going to the rim. We said with the same level of we said the same amount of times as he was 3 years ago. And furthermore, getting back on topic, that still isn't the same amount of rim pressure. And even furthermore, that is still not the same amount of times as Jimmy Butler was getting to the rim. So again. You're incorrect.
Yeah, I know. Jimmy Butler's a better rim
with your assessment.
Kyrie Irving is still a better offensive player. And
you don't have to die on this hill. I hope you know that. You can always just say. I didn't know. I didn't know.
No, that's you just cut yourself off to try to cop out. Like, come on, dude. You're better than that.
Fuck.
Whoa. Okay, relax. All right. Next up,
I promise you, I'm not taking it personal, Brandon.
Okay. All right, Shay.
You just said I don't need to die on this hill as a cop out to try to cut off my point. Like that's crazy.
No, you can finish your point, but you're still wrong. You're factually incorrect about your assessment on Jimmy Butler.
I'm not.
And even furthermore, the same thing that you're holding Jimmy Butler accountable for can also be applied to a rookie that has no business admitting these conversations yet. But you want to put it in there, but yet you also want to say you hold people for the last 2 years instead of 1 year. But he only has 1 year. It's really a 4-month sample size, and it's highly predicated on his defensive value. But then you also want to double down on Damian Lillard, even though Damian Lillard, even in his best season of his career, didn't play nearly enough games to be able to hold the same value as Jimmy Butler. And then you also want to double down on Kyrie Irving, who, even if you want to talk about his numbers as far as the rim pressure he was putting, one is down. It's down compared to Kyrie Irving just 2 years ago. And then also it's highly predicated on the creation that he's getting from Luka Doncic. Who does Jimmy Butler have there that has the same level of scoring gravity as Luka Doncic? Nobody. So again, you are holding Jimmy Butler to a different standard than you're holding everybody else because you want to get a takeoff, and that's bullshit to me. But you go ahead and do that. I'm just going to keep on calling you out for your BS every time you do it. Carry on.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
All right. I didn't.
All right. We got. Oh, go ahead, Ken. Go ahead, Ken.
Jimmy Butler, he's underrated. Some people put guys like Jaylen Brown over him. Even like a guy like Anthony Edwards, I still think Jimmy's better than Anthony Edwards right now.
Okay.
I don't think Ant's that good of a playmaker, and I still think Jimmy's clearly a better defender and playmaker, even if Jimmy regressed, I guess, to a certain degree, even though part of the reason why he regressed was he was dealing with an injury the entire season. But we can just move on. Okay.